Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Valentine. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Jen, and this is where I am documenting my interest, my weight loss journey, and a whole host of other things. And this specifically is our Friday wrap-up. So I just wanted to go over a few things interesting from the week and just kind of document my progress and where I am. So, already did the weigh-in, up a little bit, holiday weekend. Not too surprised since I had some fun, but we're back on the wagon, so to speak, back in the gym and back eating nice and healthy. So I have good feelings about going into next week, especially since we're going to be planning on doing another ride this weekend just to continue our training for the Capital to Capital ride next year. You need something, sir? Now, the highlight of my week actually happened this Saturday. I had the opportunity to go down to a local museum and see a wonderful exhibit called Raven and the Box of Daylight. This is by an artist named Preston Singletary. He is a glass artist primarily, and he is I'm going to mispronounce this, a Tlingit American, an indigenous tribe from up in Alaska. And this exhibit was just extraordinary. It tells the story of Raven and how he brought the sun, the moon, and the stars to humanity. And this is an exhibit that has been put together over a number of years. It's an installation piece. And as you walk through, you just see the entire story of Raven changing from this white spiritual being, transforming himself into a grain of sand and being eaten by a woman, being born as a child, and as a child going to the lodge where the moon, the sun, and the stars are kept and demanding to play with them. And his new grandfather, of course, has to give his grandson the sun, the moon, and the stars, to which he promptly releases to humanity. The one exception being the sun, which he carries out. And as he makes his escape, he flies through the lodge, and the ash and the soot turn his feathers black, showing the change from a purely spiritual being to a being of this earth. And it is just a phenomenal show. I'm showing some pictures of it. I didn't notice until after I was out of it that it said no videography, so to respect the artist, I am simply going to get some stills from what I took so you can enjoy it. And if you have the opportunity to see this installation, I highly recommend it. It is beautiful. It is a masterclass of glass technique, and it highlights a people you don't normally see in popular culture. A lot of the indigenous imagery that we get in the United States is from primarily the East Coast or Southwest tribes. So seeing the art of the Northwestern people is always a treat. I was born in Washington State, so I grew up with these beautiful images around me, being able to see local artists, and this was just like a whole other level. It was absolutely stunning. I'm going to link to the artist's personal website down below, and I highly recommend that you check it out because it is just phenomenal glass work and should definitely be seen. I did check to see if there was a next date for this exhibition. I didn't see one on the artist's website. If that changes between now and when this video goes up, I'll link it in the description. So once again, this was Raven and the Box of Daylight, an art exhibition by Preston Singletary, and go see it. Check out the artist's website. So that was my big event of the week, and I can't think of a better way to spend the 4th of July weekend than seeing some wonderful artwork. In other news, we're still waiting on new baby. Baby was due on the 3rd. It is now the 6th, so I'm sure mother is ready and waiting for baby to arrive. My mother is also eagerly waiting for baby to arrive because this is her first grandchild and she cannot wait. In workout news, I'm slowly building my weights back up after being off for about that month. I had to deload quite a bit, so slowly starting to get back up there, which I'm really happy about. And the last thing I wanted to do this week is I wanted to leave you with my current measurements. I posted my original measurements on my first video, and it's been a bit since then, so I figure we're due for a update. So we're gonna put the new measurements here somewhere. And overall, I'm really happy with this progress. I need to get new jeans. I need to get new shirts. So regardless of my absolute current weight here at this moment, I need new clothes. And that's a good problem to have. Coming up this weekend, I think my sister and I, well, number one, we're gonna go on another ride. Number two, I think we're gonna be going to a couple of antique shops. We're currently trying to kind of redo our house with kind of a vintagey feel. My ideal thought would be like 1920s Cthulhu investigator fashion and design. But at the same time, we also want to go kind of tiki for an entertaining space, because I'm getting into mixing drinks and we have found that tiki music is some of the best ambient background music. But yeah, that's kind of the week in review. Wonderful art exhibit, waiting for a baby, and I'm thinking of trying a few new things for content that I'm personally really interested in. Some is a history of comics and graphic novels, especially older stuff from like the 20s and 30s. Some stuff that I don't see a whole lot of videos on. So if you're interested in comic history, that might be something to look forward to. Yeah, I'm really excited about learning all these new little things and to share them. So that's about it. That's the kind of the week in reviews. If you like what you've seen here, I'd like to see more. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.